What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today, we're going to be talking about the truth of bulking and how it's destroying your gains. So as you can see, from the left, I bulked up before. There was a point in time when I bulked up, put on a lot of weight, dirty bulking, burgers, shakes, fries, all that stuff. I've done it. And I've also gotten below 10% body fat. So I've done both. And I'm going to show you why bulking is not necessary. That you should be able to get lean without having to bulk. You can be lean and strong without bulking. Alright, I'm going to show you guys that and walk you guys through that process of how I've done it and how you can do it too. So before I get into it, man, here's my client. Here's my clients, people I work with, just a few, um, all from the ages of like 27 to 40. And yeah, everybody I work with have gotten below 15% body fat, so that's the goal. And they didn't have to bulk to get there. So I'll show you exactly how we did that. Let's do it. So what you've been doing wrong. All right. So here's a few things of what you guys might be doing now, what you probably done in the past. That's not the best things to do. So this is what you're doing wrong currently. Okay. So for instance, you're ignoring your body fat levels. You know, when you're bulking, you want to get put on muscle, put on size. But people don't understand when you put on muscle and put on size, you're gonna have higher body fat percentage as well. Okay. So that's number one. Next is you're using bulking as an excuse to eat like trash. Most of you guys' diets suck. You're not tracking your food. You're not eating in like a range. You're not really calculating macros. You're just eating BS food. Freaking stacking on food, and it's not what you're eating as well. It's how much you're eating. You guys are probably gorging food as well. You know. So I'm gonna show you guys why you gotta stop balking. Stop trying to put on force feeding yourself before you throw up. You don't need that. All right, I'm gonna show you guys why. 'Cause you're eating like trash. Okay. Next is training soft because you're balking. I hear it all the time. Oh, I'm balking, bro. I don't want to live heavy. I'm balking, bro. I don't want to go through failure. I'm balking, bro. I'm not doing body weight workouts. Like, come on, man. You gotta train like a monster, train like an athlete. You should be able to train any way you like. You know. So and balking slows you down. Balking, you really can't do pull-ups. You can't do body weight training. I mean, you can't really do calisthenics. You can't do a lot of stuff. You can't really run if you're bulking. So I'm gonna show you guys why you should be training hard and how to do that without bulking. Okay? Skipping cardio entirely. I've done it. Sometimes I was bulking my bulking phase. I said fuck cardio. I'm putting on muscle. No, you need cardio to put on muscle and strength. Or I'm sorry, you need cardio to even out the muscle and strength because you want to stay aesthetic. You want to stay aesthetic and athletic. Aesthetic and athletic. That's the key. Big and bulky is okay, not really, but aesthetic and athletic is what you want. Okay. Next, you stand in a bulk too long. Some of you guys are bulking for years. Quit it. Next is believing muscle gains are linear. It's not. And last but not least, you're not tracking process. You're not tracking progress. So let's get into it. These are all the things you guys did wrong. It's all the things I did wrong too. So trust me, I know. I know. So if you keep going, this will be you. This was me in the bulking phase. If you keep going, this is going to be you. Yeah, terrible. Don't look good to me. Bad. Okay. So how to get lean part one. Let's get into it. So what lean actually means. So lean means you're gaining muscle with minimum fat, usually staying within 10 to 15% body fat. All right, you should not be over 15%. Being lean means you're around 10 to 15% body fat with minimal fat. All right, muscle mass. You need muscle. Okay, so it means being in a small, controlled calorie surplus, just enough to build muscle without spilling over into fat gain. All right, small, controlled calorie deficit. Not a 300 calorie deficit, not a 500 calorie deficit, a small, controlled, maybe 50, maybe 100 calorie deficit. That's it. All right. There are only three ways to stay lean. All right. One's nutrition. Two is strength training. And three is cardio. These are the only three ways. Unless you want to get surgery. Go to Dr. Miami. He can like cut your stomach open or whatever. But we don't do that here. We do nutrition, strength training, and cardio. That's all we do. So let's dive in. So that's the trio. So the trio. If one of these are lacking, there's zero chances to get lean. All right. If your nutrition's off, you're not getting lean. If you're not training hard, you're not getting lean or strong. If you're not doing cardio, you're not getting lean. You need all three. Okay? So nutrition means you have to be tracking macros and be on a balanced meal plan. Okay? For strength training, you want to lift heavier with high volume. Okay? And for cardio, you want to do steady state cardio or throw in some circuit sets as well if you're low on time. If you have these three things, you will get leaner. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay? So now let's go into depth into each so you know how to get lean. So let's dive in it. First is nutrition. So most guys get lost in the noise. They do keto, intermittent fasting, carnivore. They do all this type of dieting or whatever. But the truth is very, very simple. To get lean, you need to lose fat. Simple. And the fastest way, most proven way to do that is eat in a slightly caloric deficit. The only way you can burn fat is by eating in a caloric deficit. That means you're going to be burning more energy than you put in your body. Okay? So if you want to burn fat, rule number one is energy in versus energy out. This is rule number one. Energy in versus energy out. Write that down. All right? Very important. But doesn't that mean I'll be hungry and lose muscle if I'm in a caloric deficit? Come on, man. No. You're still going to be strength training. So you'll be getting stronger and building muscle even while on a deficit. If your nutrition is dialed, being in a caloric deficit will not ruin your muscle gains. You'll see more of your muscle. All right. So when you get leaner, you'll see more of your muscle. You'll see more striations. You'll see more of your ab line. So this is why you must be able to lose body fat because you'll see more of your muscle once you lose body fat. So once you get leaner, you'll be perceived as bigger because you'll be less body fat. So that's what you want. That's what you want. Okay. So finding your caloric deficit. So this is what I do. Most of my clients, they use your body weight and multiply it by 13. That's a slight deficit, right? So if you want to do an extreme deficit, use your body weight and you calculate it by 10, right? So once you do that, you calculate it, and that's your new caloric deficit. So let's say, I'll give you guys an example in the next one, but you guys want to use MyFitnessPal to track all your foods and track your macros and how much you've eaten every single day, okay? So finding your perfect macros, that's rule number two. So here's the truth. Knowing your calories is just the beginning. You will need to calculate macros. To actually change your physique, you need to have a balance between the macros you intake, taking it one step further than counting calories. Okay? So macros are protein, carbs, and fats. So you can accurately influence your body into looking however you like by understanding macros. So you can literally look however you like by understanding macros. Like anybody can have a six pack abs. If you understand macros and just do it long enough, you'll have abs. You'll be in a deficit long enough to where you can have six pack abs. Which is very, very important. That's what most guys want, to be below 15% body fat. So what are macros? So, like I broke down, macros is protein, carbs, and fat. So, protein builds and repairs muscles, carbs fuels for training and recovery, and fats hormones and overall health. So, fats help you with getting more hormones, healthier hormones, and regulating overall health. Very important. So, we're gonna break down what does 1 gram mean for each. So 1 gram of protein is 4 calories, 1 gram for carbs, 4 calories, and 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So fat's gonna be a little bit more dense than protein or carbs. That's why we always go high protein, pretty much mid to low carbs, and moderate fats. So you need all three to be in the optimal healthy position. You need all three. Any one of these are missing or any one of these are low, like I said, you're probably gonna be undisciplined. You're not gonna feel right. You're gonna be so out of whack. You might not be building muscle. You might not have energy, or your hormones might not be regulating right. So you need all three to eat a sufficient amount per day. There's a lot of people who on different types of fat diets. They skipping out on one. They might be skipping out on fat, skipping out on carbs. But no, you need all three. Some people don't eat enough protein as well, so you need it. You need all three. Okay? So, macros and calories. So, let's take your caloric number. Let's say, for example, your number is 220. So, let's take your caloric number. And let's say your number is 2,200. All right, so you're going to take 40% protein, 35% carb, and 25% fats. So you want to break it down just like this. All right, so take your caloric number and you're going to times it by 0.40. That's for protein. All right, next one times it by 0.35. That's for carbs. And next one times it by 0.25. That's fats. And then that's going to tell you how many calories you should have per day in each category. All right, to kind of break it down scientifically. Okay. But in simple terms, if you look all the way to the bottom, you just need 220 grams of protein, 193 grams of carbs, and 61 grams of fat. That's going to be a new daily intake for a calorie deficit for a person who is 220 who calorie deficit is 220. Okay, 2,200. All right, very simple, very simple. Okay, and this is what you need. So take a note of that. Lock it in. So here are some easy ways to track your macros as well. So you can track your macros by obviously looking on the back of the nutrition facts, taking a picture of it, put it into MyFitnessPal, which is the best thing you should do, and weighing it out, have a weight scale, measuring your food out, which is going to be an easy way to track your macros because once you start measuring your food for like 3 months to 6 months, like over time you can eyeball something and see, oh yeah, that's 6 ounces or that's 8 ounces. It'll be so much easy to do that and have that skill. So when you go to restaurants, you can kind of eyeball it. Okay, that's about 5.5 ounces or 6 ounces. So you pretty much get that under control. So a very good skill to have. So I recommend everybody to track their macros in MyFitnessPal and measure the food out as well. Very important. Okay. So meal prepping versus tracking macros. So this is a debate I have a lot with some of my clients who may not want to do tracking the food, MyFitnessPal, or some may not just want to meal prep. So it's like I gotta work with the best of both worlds. I'm gonna tell you guys what is how to do both pretty much. So many people find it hard to stay consistent with tracking the macros, right? That's where meal prepping comes in handy. So let's say you don't want to track macros, that's fine, but you still want to be able to meal prep foods ahead of time. All right, and this allows you to stay consistent week by week without the extra step of tracking every single meal. So, something I do for my clients is I make them a meal plan, and I tell them exactly what they need to have. So, let's say for lunch you need to have 7 ounces of fish, a cup of vegetables, and let's say 150 grams of rice, for example. So all they would do is every like on a Sunday they'll meal prep that same meal for lunch, every single all week long. So they don't have to track it in MyFitnessPal because I told them exactly what they need. All they gotta do is weigh the food out the way I say weigh it out, and then they boom their meals are done for the week. They don't gotta think about it ever again. So that's one good thing to do if you're not tracking macros every day, you could do that as well. Have a meal prep plan. Have somebody put a plan together for you to say, okay, have these macros. This is how much you need for weight, and do it that way. All right. But the key is building the meal plan around foods you enjoy eating. That's key. You don't want to have chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day. You want to build a meal plan around things you can afford and obviously enjoy every day. Okay. So here's some general guidelines for when creating a meal plan. All right. So ideally, you're going to be in a deficit. So 2 to 4 meals a day. You want to focus more on natural foods. All right. And you want to remove processed junk, sugars, and fast foods. Very important. All right. So whole eggs and meat should be the staple of your diet. All right. Mainly for muscle and testosterone production. So I like eating whole food. So for breakfast, I always have some eggs, whether it's egg whites or whole eggs. I like to have some eggs and some cheese for my breakfast, and I love that. I like to have some healthy fats like peanut butter or sausages or turkey bacon. I love that. Things with some healthy fats in it. Avocados, like those things will help you build muscle and, like I said, it regulates your hormones. So the fats in the breakfast regulates hormones. The fats in the red meat regulate hormones. Even the fats in the ground turkey, chicken thighs. all those things are needed for your body to function and function healthy. Um, so like I said, whole eggs and meat is a staple for your diet. So every day I'm eating some eggs. Every day I'm eating like some type of fatty meat, which is ground turkey, chicken thighs, steak. So it helps me pretty much stay lean and stay strong. All right, and another thing is removing processed foods. And another thing is removing processed junk foods and sugar foods and fast foods and just focusing more on natural whole foods as well. So very, very important. Very important. Okay. So here's a simple meal plan that I would use today if I wanted to be in the cut right now. So I do four whole eggs, four egg whites, a half cup of oats, and one scoop of whey protein in the oats, and half a banana. Easy breakfast. All right, meal two is 6 ounces of grilled chicken breast, or I like chicken thighs now. I'm gonna chicken thigh kick, so I'll go grilled chicken thighs or breast, doesn't matter. 1 cup of cooked rice, half avocado, and 1 cup of broccoli or vegetables, and 1 tablespoon of olive oil for healthy fats. All right. Meal three, I would have something like lean beef, 90-10, a sweet potato, 150 grams, and 1 cup of green beans with olive oil. Okay. Next, meal four, I will have 2 scoops of whey protein, 2 rice cakes, and 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. All right, and that's my simple meal plan if I'm eating like 220 calories a day. All right, very, very, very simple meal plan. That's 4 meals. That's you get it in 4 meals, so you guys can get an idea of like what I'm looking for or what I normally do. Okay. So the most common mistakes is whey protein. It's not mandatory, but it's good to have. All right. So a lot of guys, want as far as whey protein, right? Hold on. Perfect. So here's some supplements you guys can take for to put on as far as your nutrition as well. So whey protein is a good one. It's not mandatory, but it's also good to have on hand just in case you guys have low on time or want to get extra protein in. Whey protein is key. Next is creatine that will definitely help you with maintain water weight, as well as keep your muscles full with water and carbs. All right. Next is my favorite, man, is caffeine. Having that caffeine boost through the day to get you through the workouts. If you're not using pre-workout, it's very, very good to have. And last but not least is electrolytes. Electrolytes are really underrated, and all it is sodium, potassium, and magnesium. All right. It prevents fatigue, cramping, and low energy. So I definitely recommend having these four in your diet if you can, or in your rotation if you can. Definitely don't have to do it every day as far as caffeine or whey protein or creatine, but electrolytes something you definitely want to have on during your workout days and the day before your workout days for sure. All right, very important. So here's kind of like how it looks each one, and you get electrolytes and Gatorade as well. So and caffeine, you got caffeine pills or coffee, doesn't matter, black coffee, boom. There's creatine here and some whey protein. So all are good choices. So my opinion on fat burners, I've never took a fat burner in my life. I believe you can get below 15% without them. It's like people wanted to have surgery to lose fat. I mean, I get it, but you can lose fat without, having extra crazy help. Even without coffee, creatine, all that stuff, you can still get below 50% body fat. You might your motivation might go away here and there, or you might have a bad day here and there, but it should be no reason why you can't get to below 15% body fat without the additives of fat burners or surgery or getting yourself spiked up on caffeine every single day. Like I just don't believe in that. So I don't know. I never really took a fat burner before. I never took like a testosterone pill before, extra testosterone before. Even though I know those can help, fat burners they might can help too, but I've never took them, so I wouldn't know. But I think anybody who watches the video can do it naturally. I mean, obviously naturally, but can do it without fat burners. You know, it takes hard work and dedication. That's it. That's it. So how to know if your diet is working? So this is very important. I'm gonna take my time with this one. So you want to do check-ins weekly Sundays. So for my clients, I have them do weekly check-ins, and all that represents is just weighing yourself on the scale and normally just taking 3 pictures. So you gotta take a front picture, a side picture, and a back picture. All right, so we do that every single Sunday. So every week we can go week by week and kind of show exactly what we're doing and if we're making progress and if the weight's falling off. So that's what we do every single Sunday. So weigh ourselves and take a picture. All right. And you can see, like, if your weight's plateauing, then increase your calories by 150. Then take some calories off per week. Until you start to see progress week by week. So if a weight plateaued or your weight's not going down, that means you're most likely overeating. You know, then more likely means your calories need to be lower just a little bit. You know, so if you want to lose fat faster, you lower calories by 300. If you want to lose fat slower, you lower calories by 150. So that's a key to remember that you want to always take the slow and steady route. So I would say start at 150, lower by 150, but if you really see your weight not moving at all, it's been a few weeks, then you can lower it by 300 and see how that goes. So I would definitely try that out and give that a shot for sure. But yeah, slow and steady wins the race, so keep that in mind. Okay. So discipline and consistency is key to getting below 50% body fat. Okay. And the weekends will set you back if you don't control your urges and maintain your progress and dedication. All right. So don't have a major setback by having a bad weekend. Stay locked in 7 days a week. This is a must. Guys, it's been so many times I was trying to work out, get in my journey. Myself, I seen it. Some of my clients, I see it before they got to me, even after. The weekends can hurt progress so much. Like one weekend can set you back months. Think about it. Monday through Friday is perfect. You've been locked in, you've been focused. And on weekends you want to drink. On weekends you want to smoke. On weekends you want to wake up early. Trust me, you can get so much done faster to your dream goals if you just take weekends seriously. If you just treat weekends like weekdays to some extent, as far as waking up early, as far as eating the right foods, as far as doing things you still would normally do, go on walks, go outside, do some push ups. Like if you just keep that baseline consistency 7 days a week, it's no like you should be able to be below 15% body fat. You should be able to be below 15% body fat. But the biggest thing is people get the weekends and guess what? They overeat, they drink, they go crazy, stay up till 2 or 3 a.m. It's like why are you sabotaging yourself? Because it's gonna make it harder to get to your goals if you're sabotaging yourself for those 2 days. And then for every 2 days, for every one day you miss, it takes 3 days to make that up. So if you mess up one day and you off your diet, eating heavy food, drinking alcohol, it's going to take you, if you do it on Saturday, it's going to take you till Wednesday to get back on track. And then by Wednesday, guess what? It's the weekend again. Then you do it. Then, no, guess what? You do it on Sunday. So you do it back to back. So you do it on Saturday, that's 3 days. You do it Sunday, that's 3 days. So it's like a whole 6 days of recovery just to get back. And then once Friday hit, you feel great. Guess what? Saturday, Sunday again, boom, you back in the deficit. So if you just treat your weekends, give your weekends a baseline level of of scheduling. Give your weekends a baseline level of scheduling, so you can never get below those standards. So you can always stay above certain standards. So I definitely want you guys to try to take weekends more serious, man. It's very very important if you want to go to that next level. Okay. So rule number 3 is maximizing strength is a cheat code. Okay. So workouts for building strength. So 3 to 5 times per week is most optimal. Anything less is a waste of time. Right. So progressive overload is pretty much non-negotiable. Right. You wanna progressive overload every single week, every single workout. Right. You should be progressing weekly. Okay. So here, keep workouts between 45 to 85 minutes. Stay within the 6 to 8 rep range. Want to go heavy with building strength. All right. And I want you to use supersets and training supersets and trisets to failure towards your advantage. So doing supersets, pyramid set, trisets, and training toward failure should be, used to your advantage. All right. And one split I use that I love is like push, pull legs, arms, upper body. Like if you guys want to build a lean physique, push, pull legs. This leg day you gotta go hard. But it's one a week, but it's still good because you're doing cardio every day. So push-pull legs, arms, upper body. You do that for the next 12 weeks, you're going to get below 50% body fat easily. Okay, it's one of my favorite workout splits to use for building strength and being in a cycle such like this. So I love it. Okay, and the workouts for building strength is pretty simple. So you want to have slow and controlled reps. Your reps want to be slow and controlled. Right, you want to take advantage of holds and tempos and pause sets. Take advantage of training in different ways. Okay, you want to add intensity with lower rest times. So the lower the rest times, the more intense the workout should be. All right. Body weight training is the best way to build strength for longevity. So if you want to train for a long period of time and be healthy, body weight training is going to be very important. Push-ups, pull-ups, dips, things like that is going to be very, very important for your for longevity and building strength. Now, so you guys want to keep that in mind as well. Okay. So it's easy because you can find a free power building program to get started. That's how I started. It wasn't free, but it was like $20 I spent on Russ Swole's power building program, and I ran that for like a whole year. And man, I was after that year, man, I was looking different. I was looking amazing. So yeah, I mean, you can get started with for free. It's just staying consistent. That's all it is, really. And once you find that program, stick to it until you can think can kind of level up from that. Okay. So here's some common mistakes I see a lot. And number one is getting injured. I see a lot of guys get injured. They blow the shoulder out. They mess the leg up, mess the back up from training hard, training heavy. They train in bad form. You want to have good form. You want to use a weight so we can still have good form on. You don't want to go in the gym and try to lift 600 pounds when you never even lifted 450. So be smart in the gym. Train hard, but be smart. You know. Next is not training hydrated enough. You guys don't have this. Water. You guys need water every single day. I'm gonna take a swig of this. You guys grab your water as well. You should be drinking at least a half gallon to a gallon of water every single day, so you can be hydrated for your workouts. It's nothing better than when you have a good night's sleep and you're hydrated, and then you wake up the next day. Like you feel like a monster in the gym, a monster. So you want to be hydrated and sleep. Okay. Next is you're not progressing lifts weekly. So every single week for the last 8 weeks, you've been staying the same weight, the same weight, the same weight. You're not increasing, you're not decreasing, you're not using tempos. It's just been the same formulaic program. So you guys want to switch that up a bit. Like I say, up the weight, tempo, supersets, lower the rest time. Find ways to make the workout interesting. And last but not least, is you guys lack intensity. So you guys aren't training intense enough. You know, so it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up and really train hard. You guys want to train hard. You want to train hard, heavy, and really lock in. So the lack of intensity is another thing too. So be more intense in the gym. Train with intensity. Train with passion. That's what you guys need to do. So some mistakes I see a lot of guys not do or make the mistake of. Okay. So your workouts will give your body necessary stress so that it can adapt to getting stronger and build muscle. If the intensity isn't high enough, then you're not giving your body a reason to adapt. So if you don't walk out the gym feeling somewhat sore, then the workout wasn't intense enough. I'm not saying it has to be super sore, but you should be at least sweaty, you know, because you want to give your body a stress to adapt to. If you guys are training at a moderate level, at a 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10, don't expect to grow. Don't expect to lose body fat. Don't expect to change because your intensity isn't high enough. You know, you guys should minimum at least train at a 7 out of 10 every single workout. Sometimes you guys will max to a 9 out of 10. But you guys should be training at a moderate to intense session every single workout. All right, so give your body stress and a reason to adapt, to reason to get stronger. All right, very very important. Right. So rule number 4, this is a bonus one. This is cardio. So fat burning machine. Very, very good. Cardio. So use cardio to burn fat, meaning we want to stay in zone 2 or 3 cardio for at least 30 minutes per day. For guys, this is optimal. For guys, this is optimal for fat burning. Very, very good. Okay? So cardio burning fat, which is better, low intensity or high intensity cardio? So low intensity cardio will hold on to muscle much better while still being able to burn fat on autopilot. All right. So throughout your day, you should be burning fat because the low intensity steady state cardio is going to help you hold on to muscle much better. All right. And you still be able to burn fat throughout the day just by doing normal tasks. Like just by living, your body will burn fat, will burn calories. All right. But the flaw is that it takes a bit more time. So low intensity cardio is good because it helps you maintain more muscle, but it might take you a little bit longer. It might take you 12 weeks. It might take you 3 months, instead of a month to burn fat, which is okay because you still have that muscle. So I do like low intensity cardio a lot too. So it can be Stairmaster level 4 to 5, the inside bike levels 3 to 5 intensity, or the treadmill where I like to max out the incline and do speed from like 2.5 to 3. So this is some of the things I like to do. That's like steady state, low intense cardio that really gets you sweating, but it's not too hard. Not too hard. Okay. So cardio burning fat. Now we're gonna talk about high intensity cardio. So if you're on a time limit, if you are on a time limit, then use HIIT cardio with weights or high intensity cardio, interval cardio. All right. So this it will burn a bit of muscle, but still better than skipping it altogether. So high cardio is better than no cardio. So you want to be able to do in something. If you got 15 minutes, then okay, we got 15 minutes to go. All right. If we got 10 minutes, all right, do a quick 10-minute cardio session. Simple. Um, some things I like is like rowing. I like to row for like 30 seconds, full on all out, and then take a minute break. You can do that like 5 times. That's a nice hit set. And sprints. So sprints, treadmill sprints, like you can go treadmill for 10 to 15 minutes, and you can go all out for a minute, rest 30 seconds. All out for a minute, rest 30 seconds. These are some of my favorite like cardio workouts for high intensity. If I'm lacking time, I want to get a quick burn, a quick pump. For cardio, a nice good sweat. Okay. So, cardio duration, like how long should cardio last? So, high intense cardio, max 20 minutes, max 20 minutes, and low intense cardio, minimum 30 minutes, max 60 minutes. So, high intensity, you should at least be doing 20 minutes at max, no more than that. For low intense cardio, at least 30 minutes, at max 60 minutes. All right? So this is optimal for most of the population to get below 15% body fat with ease. So see what works for you and take it and run with it. So these two options, if you either do one of these options, this is good enough for everybody in the population, most people, to get below 15% body fat. So you can have six-pack abs in, let's say, 6 months if you just do the workout plan, do the nutrition plan, and just do cardio like this. And 95% of you guys watching the video, no, 98% of you guys watching the video can get abs just by doing the thing I talked about in this video. Plus this cardio. Easy. Easy. Okay? Now you have no excuse to not get below 50% body fat. Starting out today. Alright, so I'm giving you the steps, the step-by-step blueprint. Now it's your choice if you want to implement it. Alright? So if you're ready to make a transformation and you really want to transform your physique and mindset, but you want to get results as fast as possible from having to do all the boring work yourself, then I provide one-on-one coaching for men from 30 to 40 where I help you through the entire process, step by step. All right. And what I want to do is I want to guarantee that if you don't get below 50% body fat in the next 90 days, I'll work with you for free until you do. All right. So if you want opportunity to work with me, I have a link to application. Link to my application is open. It's down in the description, so you guys can check out. First, I want you guys to check out my Instagram page and see if you guys will even want to work with me. Look at the results. Look at my past videos. Check out my videos. Check out everything about me to see if you really wanna, if you really can even do it. Cause it's not easy. It's not easy. So and go through all that. And once you guys do, then click the application in my bio. And it'll be in all the videos on YouTube. You guys check that out. And then, yeah, man, if you think you're a good fit, man, you guys can definitely apply to work with me, and we can see if you'll be an awesome fit to work with me, and get to below 50% body fat in the next 90 days. So that's the goal. So yeah, man. So if this is the first video you watch, definitely watch more videos of me. If you want to pull the trigger, the link will be down in the description. All right. So we got more videos like this coming. See you guys soon. Peace.